Welcome to South America for the first annual Swatch Skiers Cup. 2 continents have sent their best free skiers here to Chile to battle it out in a team event that will decide which continent can lay claim to the world's premier backcountry team title. This is the first event of its kind, delivering action in both high-altitude big mountain and the varied hits of a backcountry slopestyle course. Riders will go head-to-head in a series of duels on both courses, pushing themselves and their team to win possession of the Swatch Skiers Cup. The bustling city of Santiago de Chile will host this inaugural event. 16 riders have been handpicked, all amongst the biggest names today in free skiing, to represent either the Americas or Europe. A blazing points battle will ensue high in the Andean peaks that is sure to leave only one of these teams standing. This is the 2011 Swatch Skiers Cup in Santiago de Chile. The 2 minds behind this event are pro riders Kai Zackrisson and Sverre Liljeqvist from Sweden. Kai is a living legend in the freeride scene, winning numerous big mountain titles in his long career. And his best friend Sverre is right at his side, still charging big lines and winning podiums as well.
The Skiers Cup idea came up about 6 years ago. Me and Kai had this really good idea that we want to have a team event, like a match game.
Free skiing is a broad range of skiers. It's freestylers and free skiers, extreme skiers. And Skiers Cup, the whole point with it was to bring all these different kinds of skiers into one big, happy team competition.
We choose to have 2 disciplines because I think it's very important to have an overall feeling of a good team, a team for skiing. Skiing is so wide, so it wouldn't be too narrow to have it only free riding.
We have 2 days of competition, and the first day is the big mountain competition. And that's easily said extreme skiing. You go, you choose a mountain, you start from the top, and you ski to the bottom of the mountain. There's judges judging how you do it. And of course you want to make an extreme line, jumping some cliffs, combined with really nice turns. And then the other day of competition is the backcountry slopestyle day. We have some man-made big airs, but also going off cliffs and doing tricks. And the qualities there is to do good freestyle movements in the backcountry. So also combining with some turns, but the most important is to do really nice aerials.
As a winner of the biggest freeride competitions in the world, Kai has naturally been chosen as captain for Team Europe.
Being captain of Europe and one of 8 riders, for sure it feels cool to represent our continent, Europe. And I feel the pressure. I want to bring in all the points for our team and ski my best.
In this battle for the Skiers Cup, Zackrisson and his Euro team will face the tough diversity of Team Americas, led by Mark Ebma. He has chosen 8 of the finest free skiers from Canada, the US, and South America to create a highly skilled team to face off against Team Europe.
Usually throughout the year we're out there filming or competing, and it's all based on personal performance. Whereas now all of a sudden we're part of a group of guys, and we're all encouraging each other to do as well as possible, just so that we can see the team grow and prosper together.
The team idea for free skiing is a great thing, because skiing is a very social sport. You travel with your friends, you ski with your friends, and it's very socialized all the time. But when you do competition or a film take in skiing, you're maybe the loneliest person in the world. You're standing at the top and you can hear 3, 2, 1, go, and it's only you, it's only up to you. But here, I also hope that the team feeling and the team spirit can help all the riders to feel that they are here as a team and not alone on the start. I hope we can use that and all the experience within the team, the different skills, to help each other to do our best. And that's the whole spirit of the Skiers Cup as well.
Such a high-profile competition needs challenging terrain to match. The Swatch Skiers Cup found a perfect host in Santiago and the Chilean Andes.
So yeah, I think we had a pretty unique opportunity being able to come out to Santiago, Chile here and hold an event of this caliber in these kind of mountains. We've got all the amenities and yeah, everything you could ask for of a beautiful city. That's 7 million people, and a 1-hour drive away from here and you're up into the Andes, which are some of the most spectacular peaks around, and pretty rad spot here.
May the best team win.
On contest day, the riders are heli-lifted deep into the Andes to reach the competition venue. Peaks from 5,000 to 6,000 meters are all around, and we're guaranteed good snow conditions here in the Southern Hemisphere spring. Riders start scouting their lines on the contest face. This is an untouched exposure divided into 3 sections by tight couloirs and big cliff bands. This demanding course starts at nearly 4,000 meters altitude, offering a challenge to all riders here. And here's the start list for today. Each duel generates 1 point for the winning team. There are 8 duels today and 8 points up for grabs. Note that Mark Abma, captain of Team Americas, is not competing due to a knee injury. Judges are ready for the first duel between local Chilean Chopo Diaz and Frenchman Seb Michaud. Michaud is a very experienced extreme skier. He's known for charging fluid lines and throwing enormous backflips in competition. Well, he finds some great snow in the central section of the face. He's lining up, drops into a couloir. Oh, and there it is, a signature backflip. Well stomped. Michaud will be happy with that run. But looming in the start gate like a bird of prey is his opponent, Chopo Diaz, a local rider of international renown who is not up for disappointing his fans here today. Oh, Diaz charges through this top section with some solid skiing, airing over much of it and dropping one solid cliff after another. He delivers one of the best runs of the day, winning his head-to-head duel against Seb Michaud and bringing home a first point to Team Americas. Well, it's a hard contest for both teams, be it the European or the American. You know, there are really good skiers here, the very best from each continent, and well, for that reason, I'm so excited to have been invited to represent a whole continent and, you know, stand up for Chile and the Americas. Oakley White Allen is preparing for the second matchup now against avid freestyler Chris Booth. Booth is a skier not accustomed to such steep, exposed terrain, so it'll be interesting to see just how he stacks up against a backcountry virtuoso like White Allen. White Allen looks strong out of the gate, but washes out in the top section. It's not certain the judges saw that from their positions, so he might just get lucky here. And he's scoping out a hefty double, and there he goes. Well-landed double drop from White Allen. Chris Booth now with coaching from teammate Henrik Vinstead. He drops in, but it quickly becomes apparent he is struggling with this terrain. Booth pulls it together though, landing 2 cliff drops at speed, but it just won't be enough to oust White Allen, and a second point will go to Team Americas.
At the top section, I was a little bit disoriented, hit some weird snow. Could have cost me the run, but it worked out. I found good snow towards the bottom, and I did find the double, which was great, and I'm happy to be standing here.
Team Europe's reaction is immediate. One after another, they deliver the goods, starting with Nicolas Vunier, who betters Matt Margetts to put Europe on the scoreboard. Team America would then send forth James Heim, but faced with the powerhouse talent of his contender Henrik Winstedt, Heim would fail to secure a point for the Americans. Winstedt is one of the top contenders here. He's an ex-freeride world champion with a strong background in freestyle mogul skiing. Boy, it's easy to see from his high-powered style why Winstedt is so successful in big mountain skiing. He is calculated and focused, but very fluid in his approach on the course. The score is now 2-2. At 20 years old, Marcus Eder has a few surprises up his sleeve and pushes back when he feels pressures from a big mountain face. He opts for an original line far to skier's left, opening an impressive route down a narrow progression of couloirs. Holding it together, he emerges to the roar of the other riders cheering him on. Team Americas is feeling the pressure now. Bushfield's crash opens up the field even further for France's Richard Permin. Permin refuses to take it easy, however, and this European Rider of the Year recipient chalks up another win for Team Europe. Team Europe has swept the last 4 duels and it's now 4-2, but can the streak continue? Well, Team Europe will certainly try, and they've got a couple aces left in the hole. First up is Sverre Lillequist, co-originator of the Swatch Skiers Cup and a man who holds the flag of Europe high. Lillequist has recently recovered from knee injury, but proves he is still one of the strongest contenders here for the big mountain. And the answering shot will be fired by Team America's Dylan Hood, slicing his way down the competition phase. But again, the blue cards come up and Europe takes a 5th point.
Beauty. Nice, dude. Thank you.
And now the final showdown of the day, perhaps the strongest matchup as well, Dana Flair versus Kai Zakrasson. 29-year-old Flair has been on the scene longer than many of his teammates. He picks his way through the upper section and sets up for a spin. Oh, Flair throws a nice 360 cliff, but crashes. Well, he is obviously disappointed. On replay, it looks like he bounced out of his hardpack landing and lost control. Yet with this team format, he could still win his heat, so he recovers in search of a big line. Oh, and nails a hefty double cliff drop at high speed. Nice finish for Dana Flair. The last skier of the day is Team Europe captain Kai Zakrasson. Alone now at the top, he launches out of the gate at 3,900 meters. Zakrasson is on fire straight away, cruising from one feature to the next. He is simply voracious in the way he is eating up this phase. Blasting his way towards the finish line after several cliffs, he has delivered solid style over the whole venue and has clearly secured a victory for the last run of today. Zakrasson's win wraps up the day and seals the score at 6-2 for Team Europe.
After sending all my team down the mountain, I knew they were standing down here. Standing alone at that start was pretty good feeling, and I felt they're cheering me on, and yeah, I was stoked to ski here today. I've been waiting all summer to get thrills in my body again, and I got it. And seeing this team spirit and the charging going on. It's exactly what we wanted to get to. And here we are. It's a cool thing happening, I think.
For Team Americas, it's a big disappointment. They're now trailing Team Europe with a deficit of 4 points. And to win the Swatch Skiers Cup, they'll really have to step it up in the backcountry slopestyle event to follow. Back in Santiago, there are choices to be made. Strategy plays a pivotal role in team competition, adding a new dimension to the selection process. The two opposing captains must now go head-to-head themselves.
6-2. I wasn't expecting it, but I was hoping it because we have a really strong big mountain team. And coming into the backcountry slopestyle there now, we have to have a really good tactic because the Americas team are really strong there. So I have to really read Mark Abma and see what he will come up to.
Yeah, now that we're behind, I'm sure everybody's going to be trying to step it up a little bit more and get back ahead and get back in the game and just try to spice things up and make it a little bit more interesting.
I know I have 8 super good guys, but they all have different skills. It's really important to know the team and also our opponents. I mean, it's a duel, and it's really important with the mental game.
You know, to see Team America come back home with the Skiers Cup trophy is definitely going to have a sense of pride. So if it comes down to it and we don't win, yeah, maybe I didn't make all the right decisions. And yeah, that's something I'm willing to handle.
I'm gonna charge, put it all down, do my best. It's a big pressure and now it's gonna be tougher.
The second day of competition will take place alongside the resort of Valle Nevado, South America's most modern ski facility. Boasting great access to backcountry terrain, this location is perfect to host a backcountry slopestyle competition. Legendary shaper David Nye has put together a diverse mix of natural and man-made features throughout this competition area. While riders are warmed up and tension is high as Europe now faces a tough freestyle challenge. Riders will each get 2 runs today, giving Team America's ample opportunity to take home the Swatch Skiers Cup. It looks like the captain's choice has led to some very interesting matchups across the board. Now in their element, Team America's levels the impressive talents of Dylan Hood at their adversaries. Overall, a conservative run for Hood, but with a bit of switch powder trickery, the ante has been raised. Freestyle may not be his forte, but Spare Liliquist knows how to give it his all. He opens it up with a big backflip off the kicker. Now just sticks a misty 720. Another backflip, but goes over the handlebars. This duel will go to Team Americas.
Yeah, starting our comeback. We know today's the day to do it. We got some points to make up, so that's a good start.
The pressure cooker is on, and Captain Kai Zackerson knows he's got to deliver. Spinning is new to Zackerson in competition, but he sets a great example here for his team by pushing himself into new territory and takes another point for Team Europe. Well, Team Europe is psyched up now, perhaps none more than Seb Michaud, whose backcountry riding always exhibits a healthy dose of showmanship. Team Europe is going all out. But despite their efforts, Team Americas would continue to bring home the points. Josh Bibby takes the 3rd heat, and Rory Bushfield would set his sights on Nicolas Bounier. Bushfield lays down a near-perfect run, nailing the cleanest cork 720 of the day. Oh, the way these guys ski, it's easy to see why Team Europe is shaking in their boots. Oakley White Allen is no exception and shows his command of powder landings, finding his second point for the team. But just as Team America starts its comeback, they are plagued by crashes and failed landings. Well, their foot is on the floor, but the gas is quickly fading as one by one they lose their showdowns by not sticking their landings in the mixed powder. Taking full advantage, Team Europe's freestylers put down some impeccable runs, refusing to bend under the pressure. The final three showdowns of the first round went to Team Europe's Henrik Winstedt, Richard Permin, and Italy's Marcus Heder. They would nail their landings and win each of their matches. Winstedt's crispy clean cork 7, Permin's strong natural features-based skills, and Eder's switch cork 900 left a lasting impression to all, especially the judges. At the end of the first round, Europe still leads the Americas by 4 points, and the road is all uphill for Team Americas. They'll need to pull out all the stops to nab the Skiers Cup. The battle intensifies throughout the second round, with both teams clearly stepping up their game. Valle Nevado is getting a show like they've never seen before. The score now stands at 12-7 with only 5 matches remaining. Team America's only hope is to win all 5 points now. The next match will be crucial and will once again pit Dana Flair against Kai Zackerson. Flair is under pressure, and without a point yet for his team, he'll be gunning for a clean final run. But he overcooks it slightly and crashes on the first jump. Oh, that is a big surprise and a real disappointment for Team Americas. It looks like they've lost the opportunity now for a win. Well, Flair is beside himself in the finish area. It's all up to his opponent now to deliver a better run. Team Europe captain Kai Zackerson now stands the chance to win the decisive point and bring home victory to his team. He sticks his first 360 under the watchful eyes of his teammate and heads for the big kicker. Oh, and nails it! Zackerson may not have many freestyle moves, but he shows great determination, and that is what has made the difference here today.
My best freestyle run in my life. I get so excited.
Although the Skiers Cup now has a winner, the last remaining heats are still very competitive, neither spirit broken. And the final score of this inaugural Skiers Cup is 14-10. Team Europe defeats Team Americas by 4 points and takes home the Swatch Skiers Cup. Mark Abma takes the check for second place. And Europe's Kai Zackerson is handed the Skiers Cup to hoist above his head.
To be team captain Europe now, all my skiers did such a good job. I knew the Americans are so good at the backcountry slopestyle, so we were pressed, but we stepped it up. We did really good, and it was 8-8 today, and we won the big mountain. So here we are, winning the whole Skiers Cup.
No, I can't say I have any regrets, that's for sure. The guys that beat our team today were the guys I didn't expect to beat us, you know? And then the guys that I was worried about today, our team ended up taking them out. So it was kind of a back and forth, and Oh yeah, everybody's fired up and hungry right now, man. Everybody wants to come back and step it up and take home the trophy next year.
The first edition of the Skiers Cup has now come to a close. The Skiers Cup trophy will reside in Europe until next year's showdown. True to the dream, both continents delivered fierce competition and gave it their all as a team. That's what it's all about. Can Team Americas take the cup next year? Stay tuned to the Swatch Skiers Cup to find out.